What came first, the sniffer or the egg? Well, besties, at last, today, we've got an answer. It's clearly, definitely, 1,000,000 times over, the sniffer egg. Today, big update. I hate to hit you with such a hard jerker right at the beginning of the video, but the sad music, I mean, it's got a reason for being played. Gone are the days of being able to place, say, a torch on the side of the sniffer egg block, a mangrove hanging sign, it's gone. The wall connecting to the egg block, no longer does work. Now, great news, you can still hang a lantern from it, that's pretty cool. You could absolutely, if it was in your heart's desire to place a torch on top of it, it'll still work, but unfortunately, the side, it no longer supports. But hey, don't you cry. Let's lighten the mood a little bit here. Shears, while sneaking, you can now use them on any of these vines. If you can remember all the plant updates that were made in the first preview for this update, well, yeah, this is a continuation of all of those beautiful changes. Additionally, when using shears on these vines, an animation will play. Check this out. Ah, yes. One more time for the people in the back. And to check this out, the glowberry vine right here. If I use the shear on the glowberry vine, like where there is a glowberry ready to go, what will happen? Well, the shears will harvest the glowberry. Previously, this would have kind of stressed the game out. It didn't really know exactly what to do. Also, according to the changelog, when placing water on glowberry vines, water will no longer remain in the world. I don't know what the heck that actually means, but thanks to the devs, I just ruined all of my beautiful vine farms. Thanks. Great. Wonderful. All of that's wonderful, but that's just a small sample, a little taste of where we're kicking off Minecraft's final preview for 2024. Welcome, besties, to Minecraft 1.21.60.24. Alongside those vine and egg updates, in today's video, we'll be taking a look at some world generation changes, a big update to editor mode, shader stuff, and even more. If you started today's video without tapping the like button or subscribing, of which many of you are not, well, right now is the perfect time to take a quick moment to yourself in honor of all of the amazing updates this year, and do just that. So yes, the final preview of this year. I can't believe this year has been like so on fire when it comes to preview releases. I'm gonna miss them. But speaking of the preview, let's actually go ahead and take a look at an update that isn't in the preview at all. In fact, this update was added inside of the creaking update, and then last week in this video, I completely forgot to add it in. Inside of the Minecraft launcher right here, if I go ahead and slide over to Bedrock Edition, then go ahead and slide over to the brand new tab at the top called Creator Tools, would you take a look at that? Editor mode, which has continued to receive updates on updates on updates, well, it's now accessible straight from the launcher. Inside of the Creator Tools tab, where editor mode is, you have an option, the latest release or the latest preview. No matter what, you're going to be inside of a beta though, because editor mode is definitely not finished. Now, scrolling down here a little bit more, we have some links to go ahead and see the editor mode in action, a little bit of information here, and then different plugins, and just basically more knowledge. More than you could ever really wish for or dream of when it comes to editor mode. If I go ahead and tap create right here, it pretty much immediately the game is loaded up. However, well, yes, I'm inside of the latest update at the time of recording this video, but the main menu, I mean, it's like not really here. If I try and back out of this screen, I just exit Minecraft. Other than that, I can go ahead and create a new project, name it something very handsome, adjust some of the settings or something, start the world up, and just like that, in no time, I'm transported into editor mode, which is, oh my god, is so different than how it was the last time I saw you. Ah, yes, the palest, most garden biome of all time. Kind of. I feel like the Lush Cave's a little more gardeny, but whatever. The world's smallest pale garden biome. Since the update's full release only a couple of weeks ago, if you've checked out the pale garden or tried to on Bedrock, you might have noticed a gigantic problem. Now, this problem might persist here. This biome is so small, but we can go ahead and try and check it out really quick here. The problem here is the creaking heart block. It didn't seem to really be generating very often. In fact, sometimes you'd actually be able to locate a sizable pale garden biome without a single creaking heart to its name. And unfortunately, I mean, I guess predictable for this one. It's so small, but not one here either. But alas, struggle no longer. As long as you can find at least a decently sizable pale garden biome inside of your world, creaking heart blocks, they're now going to be way more common. Hey, now, side note here, something interesting is going on with my world. We'll get back to the creaking heart in just a second, but this is a dark oak forest biome, and the leaves, all of them here, the dark oak leaves, the birch leaves there, they have a completely different tinting thing going on inside of my world. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this inside their preview, and I hate to loop it back to everything that I've been dreaming about the past few weeks, but at the same time, I love to loop it back to. This is so weird. Biome tinting. It's so strange. It's almost as if there was a little bit of code found relating to seasons and foliage tinting, and yeah, I don't know what's going on with the trees, many of which inside of the preview, the leaf color is just different. Like, I'm not gonna lie, a birch leaf with this tone right here, that's something I could get on board with. And I definitely don't have like fast leaves enabled. I have fancy leaves enabled. However, the items right here, I guess they're just like fully bugged inside of this preview. Checking out real quick some of the other lineup of leaves that we have in the game. Dark oak and birch, we have both of those. How about cherry blossom? Predictable, not very much of a change. Azalea, same thing, kind of predictable, but the items are definitely the fast version. Oak leaves, a different tone right there. Jungle leaves, kind of a different, more dull tone. And acacia leaves as well. The tone of all of these leaves is, I mean, it's just off. Taking a look at the bigger picture right here, this whole chunk of the world, it's just so different looking. Hotfix update, an update type that we don't usually talk about over here. We're just too busy. Minecraft 1.21.51. This is an update for Minecraft Bedrock Edition that released on Wednesday and did a gigantic thing among fixing a couple other bugs. World generation, creaking hearts will now generate more often in naturally generated pale oaks. Also, back to the leaf bug for just one more quick second. Take a look at it. This leaf bug persists across the entire world, like every single biome in the game. I wonder if they're gearing up for some kind of big rework that's going to change the tinting of many foliage across many of the game. It almost sounds like something that you might be able to hear a little bit more about in like this video right here after this one. You know, it's interesting, really. Usually at the end of the year, it's all about, like, good news coming to the game, but no. Another sad bit of news here. Inside of the next Minecraft update, 1.21.60, resin XP farming. Not that this was the best way to XP farm in general. Resin XP farming has been nerfed. Smelting up a piece of resin clump into a resin brick, well, that's going to grant you 0.1 experience. That is down from 0.3, which is quite a significant drop in amount of experience granted. Shaders, oh my gosh, they're beautiful. Take into account the fact that look at the shaders that we're looking at right now. Well, this is actually a couple of months out of date, and yeah, they're even more beautiful. Shaders, or as they're called, Render Dragon features for creators inside of Minecraft Bedrock Edition, is an update that has been making tons and tons of progress all throughout this year. Now, in a huge update that made its way into the game in last week's preview, I'm sorry, I forgot about it. I was so distracted by all this biome goodness. But shaders, or the Render Dragon stuff, they're now actually supported on Minecraft PlayStation. And for Console Bedrock Gang, this is a huge development because the other half of Console Bedrock Gang, aka Xbox, well, shader support has been enabled basically since their debut in 2023. Now for Bedrock, obviously Windows 10 Edition, we've got shader support. That's where I always check them out. It's so juicy and beautiful. When it comes to mobile devices on Bedrock, I believe many have shader support. That'll leave basically one fun and colorful little device that is sadly out of the loop. It's like this Squidward meme, sitting inside watching SpongeBob play outside. It's beautiful. Wait, no, it's not. Absolutely not. Smoky Stack in what just might be our final hurrah of the year here, a gigantic revelation. Found inside of the code of this brand new preview, the final one of the year, deferred rendering coming into the Switch, or maybe it's in this preview, it's hard to tell with no changelogs. So the no changelog bit, that's a little bit of out of date. That's referring to at the time of the release of the preview, mysteriously, there is always a changelog. Like literally every other preview this year, there was one, but for whatever reason, Mojang wanted to go ahead and ruin the perfect record of changelogs, and for this preview, when it released, and actually for like the first 4 or 5 hours, there was no changelog. But the deferred rendering coming to the Switch, oh my god. And then right here, you can see a bunch of different code information here, like config, switch docked, and whatever. Now look, my tinfoil hat is strapped tightly on. I wonder if maybe this is coming to the Switch, or maybe this is coming to that rumored Switch 2 that's gotta be revealed like next. Because if you've ever checked out Minecraft Bedrock on the Switch, I mean, no hate to Switch gang. In fact, I salute you. Your dedication to playing the game on the Switch, I mean, it's immense. But yeah, Minecraft, as it stands right now, like just a vanilla game, it doesn't exactly perform too hotly on Nintendo Switch. So throwing deferred rendering into the mix there, that seems like you're trying to create spontaneous combustion or something, but I mean, fair enough. Now, perusing through the technical section of the latest changelog, I don't believe that I see a single thing inside of it leading to shaders being on Switch right now. But the fact that it's found inside of the code means almost for certain that it will be coming to Switch. With the addition of deferred rendering to Nintendo Switch, that signals kind of two gigantic things. Thing number one, maybe we're looking at a further round of optimization and performance improvements when it comes to deferred rendering, and maybe that will be happening sometime soon in order to make it even more feasible for shaders to run on Switch. which that could also mean the shaders are getting a lot closer to the end of a development, and maybe, this is just speculation here, but might end up hitting the marketplace sometime relatively soon, or at the least we see just an expansion of even more support for deferred rendering. A sad tragedy this means is now shaders are supported on every single version of Minecraft, except for the debut version of Minecraft, Minecraft Java. I mean, look, I almost don't even need to do the cutaway to Minecraft Java. This pains me to say that, yeah, still to this day, if you want to have shaders on Minecraft Java, I mean, you can pull it off, but you're going to need the help of some kind of external modification, like, say, Optifine, Iris, or Sodium, something like it. It definitely looks like next year is going to be a large year for shaders on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and I guess one could dream, hopefully, maybe something with Java? Maybe, please? No? Okay. Now, while we're over here at Minecraft Java, real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at terrain generation, because right here, we can see something very, very interesting. It's this cool cave or canyon cutting all the way down into the ground. It's exposed to the surface, which only makes this thing look even more bad. Interestingly, and I didn't even realize this was the thing, but it's been a thing since Minecraft 1.19.10, so practically going on for something crazy, like maybe 2 years. However, on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, up until this preview right here, a little feature called canyons, I mean, they could happen, but they happened a whole lot less commonly on Bedrock, and that's all because the land generation on Bedrock Edition, well, essentially, if you had canyons generating, in many cases, the grass blocks that would be the surface, well, they would just go ahead and smooth right over the surface of that cave, making the cave completely invisible. Interestingly, in a continuation of all of the world regeneration overhaul that's going on in Minecraft 1.21.60, it continues because a gigantic canyon patch has made its way into the game. That'll mean something like this right here, this amazing ravine cutting all the way down into the underground, or something like this, just a smaller cave on the surface. Well, that stuff is going to be way more common now. You see, this different type of cave generation has been bugged for a long time now, and caves basically just haven't looked how they've meant to look. I mean, look, for cave generation, off the top of my head, this has got to be like the first update to this stuff in like a long time. It doesn't stop at the surface, though. It actually goes under the surface as well, because underground, the canyons will actually generate a little bit more frequently now as well. And to be clear here, I believe when they say canyons, they're talking about a cave generation feature that kind of looks like this. It's like narrow and tall. Canyons will now also once again generate on the ocean floor. Canyons are going to carve through copper ore veins and underground blocks. And the canyons will now correctly interact with aquifers as well, and sometimes filling with water. And in fact, a perfect example of it right here up on the surface with a big canyon fully filled up with water. It's beautiful. Well, look, I don't know about you, but that major change right there, I feel like that's the perfect change to wrap up a year's worth of changes with. So right here, what is probably the final preview video of the year, I'd just like to say thank you guys, everybody, for all of your support on these preview videos this year. Over the course of this year, I've had so much fun making them. I think this year is probably the year where I've made the most of them. And yeah, like I said, I've just been really enjoying making these preview videos. And it means the world to me that you guys have been supporting them so warmly throughout this year. With the new drop cycle, it looks like next year is probably going to be the most exciting year for Minecraft development in like a hot minute here, with probably even more updates than ever before. Oh my god, it's adorable. I always forget how tiny they are. So yeah, just thank you all so much for all of the support on all of these videos. Thank you for watching today's video, and happy holidays. List week is starting very soon, so keep your eyes out for it. I'm super excited for it. And on the end card, I've got the preview playlist and some kind of other cool video for you to check out. Thank you very much. It's been me, Waddles. Goodbye.